Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sydney, and a couple weeks ago I posted this photo on my Instagram story asking you all to ask me some questions. So in today's video I'm going to be answering those questions in a Q&A. Thank you to everyone who sent me questions to answer for this video. Your support means a lot to me, and now I'm going to get into the questions. I have them all down here, so if I'm looking down, that is what I'm referring to. But without further ado, let's get started with the video. So the first question that I got is, what's your zodiac sign? Big three if you know. And I'm a Taurus sun, Pisces moon, and Scorpio rising. I don't really know much about what those mean. I know that my Taurus sun is like my personality, Pisces moon is who I am when I'm alone, and then Scorpio rising is how I project to other people. If y'all know the true meanings of those, please let me know, because I could have just made that up. I'm still learning like all of my other signs too, and how they come together to form my personality. And people say that astrology isn't real, but I do feel like my placements are pretty accurate. My next question is, what is your favorite movie of the year? So I'm gonna refer to 2022, obviously. And I had to pick Everything Everywhere All at Once. I watched that movie with my dad a couple of months ago, and I thought the movie was so moving. There are so many layers to the movie that I feel like I need to watch it again so I can really comprehend and appreciate it. But it was so strong, story-wise, visually. It made you think. It was super compelling, and I think that that's what a really good movie does. So I have to pick Everything Everywhere All at Once. My next question is, what is a makeup product that you swear by? And my number one product has to be a MAC Press foundation powder, and the reason for that is I'm black, and finding a shade that matches my skin tends to be very difficult, and I also tend to be lazy when it comes to finding a shade that matches. So what I'll do, even if my foundation is a little bit light or if my concealer is a little bit light, I'll put this MAC powder on my face because I feel like it literally blends with my skin so well, and then it blends out any foundation shade or concealer shade that does not match my skin. It's incredible, and it also just makes my skin look super smooth. And after I bake with a translucent powder, I put it on top, and it just makes a really nice finish. Also, if I have on too much blush or too much contour, put the powder on right on top and you can't even tell. It's incredible. It's a little hack. Like, if you have a concealer or foundation shade that doesn't match you, just put on a powder on top, boom, you're good. My next one would have to be my NYX Clear Eyebrow Gel. I take my eyebrows pretty seriously, and that gel keeps them in place all day. I really love it. So my next question is, what is the last movie that you watched? And the last movie that I watched was Matilda on Netflix. I kept hearing that song Revolting Children on my TikTok, like, you know, N-O-R-T-Y, because we're a little bit naughty. Like, that was literally everywhere, and I just had to watch the film just because of how viral that song went. For a children's movie and a musical, I found that movie to be incredibly moving, and all the kids were so talented. The music is so good. The plot twist at the end too was so incredible. I love that movie, and if you haven't seen it, if you've heard this song, you need to watch the movie because I feel like you'll enjoy this song more. This next question, I'll be combining two questions, and they are, how's your USC experience been so far? / how would you rate USC pros and cons? First of all, I always think it's crazy that I even go to USC. Like, I think I've said it on this channel 101 times. USC was my dream school all throughout high school. I wanted to go to USC so bad. So I think it is so crazy that I even go to this school, and I'm so blessed for the opportunity. Anytime that I feel some type of negativity towards USC, I just remember how hard I worked to get into the school, and it's insane. I feel proud of my younger self, my high school self, for working so hard to get in here. My experience with USC has been mixed, but mostly positive. I've learned so much and had so many opportunities at USC, so I feel like it's been mostly positive, but of course there have been some negative things. I feel like the pros and cons of USC could also be a whole separate video, and I may do that. I feel like the pros and cons of USC could be a whole separate video that I'll film in the future, but for now, here are some of my pros and cons of USC until I film that video. Pro number one, there are so many resources at USC to do literally anything that you want to do. It is insane. If you want to take a class on filmmaking, you can take a class. If you want to learn how to make music, you can take a class, or you can find someone at USC that makes music and then learn from them. There's so much access to literally anything at USC, from sports to STEM to art to anything that you want to learn at USC, you can learn. Anyone that you want to network with at USC, like, you can network with. There's so many opportunities and avenues at USC, and I think the school really prepares you to be multifaceted and interested in more than one thing rather than just settling on one career. That's one thing I noticed about a lot of USC students. People are interested in so many different things, and they don't limit themselves to one career path, and I think that's really cool. I also really love the Trojan spirit. I love the school spirit. My high school, I went to an arts high school. We did not have a football team. Nobody really cared about athletics, girl. We had a bowling team. Like, we were not school spirited at all. So to go to such a big school that has so much school spirit and is known for school spirit has to be one of the best things about USC. Another pro that ties kind of into the first pro that I listed is that everyone at USC is so high achieving, and it is so motivating to see. If someone has an idea for something, they will put in the action and put in the work to make it happen, and it is so motivating to be around such go-getters and such bold and inspiring people. And another pro is I'm in LA, and I love LA. I've always loved LA and always wanted to live there, so that's another pro for me. Let's get into the cons. Con number 1, the price. The price is crazy, but again, I feel like financial aid has been very helpful for me, but the price is crazy. Make sure you really invest your time into the school to make it worth it, okay? And then another con is the grading scale. What is an A- in college? What is a B- in college? What is a B+ in college? I feel like it should just be A, B, C, D, F. Why are we A+, A-, A, C+, C-, A? Like, A, B, C, D, F. Like, no. I think it's ridiculous. But anyways, I feel like these need to be 2 separate videos because I do have a lot to say about the pros and cons of USC. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know. Leave me a comment below, DM me, whatever, because I feel like that would be an interesting thing to talk about. Overall, my USC experience has been very positive, and I'm really grateful to be here. My next question also ties into USC, and it is, what has been your favorite USC moment so far? And it's not an individual moment, but I feel like any moment with some type of school spirit, whether it's like games, basketball games, football games, like spirit rallies, those are always my favorite memories at USC because they're just so high energy and so fun. My next question is, what is your skincare routine? I'm currently using a Korean skincare regimen because my skin naturally is so dry. I literally used to like go like this and my skin would just like peel off, like it was real nasty. So I'm using a Korean skincare regimen because of its focus on restoring your skin barrier and moisture. So my routine is a little bit long. If you guys would be interested in a skincare video, let me know and I will definitely film that. Also, if you're interested in a makeup routine video, let me know and I'll also film that. Leave me some requests. And my final question is, if you could give any advice to your younger self, what would it be? If I can give any advice to my younger self, I would say slow down, because a couple of months ago my mom found one of my journals and I was like 10 years old and I was talking about, I wonder what my purpose in life is. Girl, you're 10. Your purpose in life is to play with Monster High dolls and listen to One Direction. Like, I feel like I was so focused on being older when I was a kid, and I wish I could just tell myself to slow down and enjoy being a kid while I can, and enjoy the moment while I can. It will be gone so quickly. It will go so fast. So little Sydney, just enjoy the moment. Enjoy where you're at right now, because it will be gone before you know it. Like, looking back, I just wish I would have focused on then and being in the moment instead of thinking about the future, because even as a kid, I would think about the future all the time, and I was just really focused on finding my purpose and living a fulfilling life. And I feel like that has to do with the people around me, the people that were around me, and the environment that I was in at the time. But that was like my main focus from like 10 to 14, and I would just tell myself to slow down, because at that age nothing is ever that serious. And I feel like that advice even applies now. Like, nothing is that serious right now. Slow down and enjoy your youth, because before you know it, you'll be pushing 50 and wishing that you were at the space that you're at now. No offense to those pushing 50. Love you. So that is all for today's video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. Thank you to everyone who sent me questions on Instagram. Make sure to follow my Instagram and follow all my other socials as well. I'll leave them linked down below. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.